How we go about defending your case is closely tied in with the discovery process. And so the first thing that we'll do upon being retained on a case is file a discovery motion with the clerk's office that also gets sent to the district attorney in the county where you were charged. And that will allow us to get the state's evidence as it relates to the DWI, both of the officer's investigative notes, field notes that he took related to standardized field sobriety testing that he performed, and other evidence that the officer himself collected, and then also any video evidence as it relates to the case. So if there was any dash cam video from the officer's patrol car or anything from the jail, that would be requested in our discovery motion. The state is required to turn that evidence over. They're required to give to us what is called exculpatory evidence, which is basically any evidence that is helpful to us for purposes of defending the DWI or for purposes of receiving a lesser sentence. All of that evidence has to be given to the defendant, and we will request that as soon as we're retained on the case. There are other forms of evidence that we'd also look into that are not coming from the state. We would potentially go out with you and investigate the arrest scene. There are some details at the arrest scene that might help us in relation to fighting the standardized field sobriety tests that were performed on site, as well as the circumstances of the potential stop, whether it was for running a stop sign or crossing a double yellow line. Those things can often be helpful to look at the actual arrest scene. We'd also investigate into other potential witnesses, such as a driver of another vehicle, a passenger in our client's vehicle. We potentially look into evidence from a third party, such as hospital records. All of these things, once we get involved with the case, that is what we're first of all looking into, is the evidence, because that is what's going to allow us to best defend against the case and build our defense.